What's up everybody, NFX here with a quick tutorial. In this tutorial I'm just going to talk about doubling your bass drum, doubling your kick drum. And oftentimes people will stack their kick drums so that they make that they play together in time, like they might use 2 or maybe even 3 or who knows, maybe even more kick drums, but they all play together in time, and they basically make a nice thunderous or bumping sound. Oftentimes when you would want to do that is when you have a kick that you like the tone of it, but maybe it's not very snappy. It doesn't have that initial attack. So you would find another kick that has a snappy attack and stack it or layer it with the kick that doesn't have the snappy attack, and help to kind of make up for deficiencies in the first kick drum that you're using. For example, if I have here this drum pattern on the screen, here's my first kick and my second kick. You can hear that they're different kicks, but what I want to do is stack them. So oftentimes what people will do is they'll just basically have the exact same pattern, and you can see here how that's happening. In some cases it's cool to take the secondary kick, the kick that is not as dominant, and use it to fill in kind of with ghost notes. In a way, they're not quite as low as a ghost note, but they kind of serve the same purpose. But it'll fill in and make things more interesting. You can see I've already done that in this pattern with my snares. I have 2 snares. I have this snare and this one. And on that second one, what I've done is, you can see, like this note, these two, this note, and these 2 notes aren't falling in the normal pattern as the snare above it, which is on the 2 and the 4 and the 2 and the 4. And these are playing in lower velocities than normal, and they're just filling in the beat. Now let me just bring those up so you can see. Like this one, for example, is playing at a low velocity. This one's just a little bit higher. You can see details on this, or you can see this explained more in my humanizing drums tutorial. But basically, what I want to point out is how I have 2 snare parts. One is just playing normal, and one is kind of filling in. Let's take a listen, and just listen for the snare part and how much more interesting the snare part is with this secondary action going on. So our goal is to kind of do the same thing with a kick. And what I'm going to do is send this kick to the piano roll, because I kind of already know what I want to do with this kick. So here's my let me shrink the pattern so it fits into view. What I did is I just basically made the notes very short so that they would all be the same length. But this is my secondary kick pattern, and what I'm going to do is just throw in some notes to fill in the overall pattern. And I'll do it in a different color. I'll do it like in a bluish color. That's too close, actually. Let's try a yellowish color to distinguish, so you can see where my ghosted type notes are. So there's one, and you can see the velocity is going to be a little bit, maybe 2/3 of the normal kicks. And it wouldn't necessarily sound bad up here. It's just I like to mess with the velocity, so I'm actually going to put it about right there. Then I'm going to put another one here, and then at the end I'm going to zoom in, go over here to the end, and I'm actually going to put three shots all in a row, just like that. Okay, so now when we go back out, you can see there's no kick in my other channel hitting on this beat. Right there's no kick there, and then right here I've got that 3 kick fill going off right there at the end of the second bar. So let's hear what this sounds like. I can hear this one is actually off. It's hitting exactly with the snare, so we're going to move it over. Let's listen again. So there you have it. Quick and easy. Just how to spice up your kick patterns a little bit, make them more interesting, and one of the keys to making a good song is to keep the listener interested. And if you have a very basic kick pattern, this is one way you can spice up your track a bit and just give it a little bit extra for the listener. So I will catch you guys in the next tutorial. Have fun with this and see you around.